Kathy Romero.
He's not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Press.
Good afternoon, Clerk's Office.
Yes, my name is Ryan. I was hoping I could do a public record request.
Sure, we'll be right up.
Thank you. Hey there. Oh. Yes, I do. Okay. And I'm not sure who I'm gonna, I guess I had a couple questions because I don't know their names, but I need records on them. I was approached by 4 people here. What are the hours of the town hall?
So the lobby is 8 to 4. Town
Okay.
hall is 8 to 5.
So what's the extra hour? Like, there's no services
I
available?
couldn't give you an answer for that.
Right. But so they are open, like you guys, everyone's here till 5.
Till 5, yeah.
Because that's what the water department told me.
Yeah.
But I was here
They
on,
close early because they have a lot that they need to do to close down their day,
right.
considering all of the payments that they've taken in during the day.
Right.
So that's why they close at 4.
Yeah, and I saw on their hours that it was 8 to 4. Same with the police department, 8 to 4. But when you Google the Taos Town Hall, it says 8 to 5.
Okay.
So I was like, that's strange because they've been closing at 4 every day. But when I spoke with the water department guy, he said, well, everybody's here until 5. And if you have an appointment, like after 4, you can get access, I guess, if you're already set up with somebody or something to that effect.
Yeah, it depends on the department. I will
Right.
make note of that, so thank you for that information, and we'll let IT know to double check that on the website.
Right,
that
yeah.
Everybody's hours match.
Yeah, okay, but so, all right. So
And that's a constant
Right.
work in progress. It's a website. I mean,
Yeah,
any website that's not like that.
yeah, I think I mentioned it to Mark about it when I spoke with him,
And
that I was.
I mean, he's good to let him know, but he's also got about 7 plates that he holds.
Right.
1,000
Well, no,
plates
I
on
mean,
him. But yeah,
it
I'll
makes,
let him know.
yeah, as long as I know what time, you guys are open till, because I was here on Friday, had an appointment set, and had 4 thugs come out here and kick me out of the building at 4, saying I'm not going to be able to get any
Did
service.
they let you know what department they were in?
I think one of them was a police sergeant, Garcia. That's why I figured, I remember his name. I think the other guy said he might have been code enforcement. They all had badges, I think.
Yeah, we all
Definitely intimidating me out of the building at 4. But I had just spoken with Human Resources about filing a complaint, and she said that she's going to have somebody come out and help me with the complaint. And I was like, okay. So I sat down, I was just waiting. And then they came out and were like, nope. And I told them, well, I just spoke with Human Resources, and she told me that someone's coming out, and they're like, nobody's coming out, nobody's going to help you, we're closed, you have to go.
Okay.
So I just needed to know that actually there were people here, there were people that could have helped me out, and that they kicked, because I was here filing a complaint. I'm really documenting the complaint process here at the town. It's not looking good. But anyway.
Well, thanks for the information.
Yeah.
What you can do is as much information as you can reasonably give us that might be able to help us identify, you said they have badges, so I'm assuming it was probably the code enforcement officers?
Yeah, there was, well, one of
because if
them
they were
said he was
police-
a Sergeant Garcia.
Okay, so go ahead and put his name in your request.
Yeah, and I think, because it was at 4, because they were back there at like 3:50, 3:55, and I think they were devising a plan.
If
You
you
know.
want to write all of that information
Well, I mean, but that
down.
doesn't, I was just saying, I saw them back there, but I know it was at 4,
I
because
understand, and
they
I-
waited till 4 to come out. So that camera right
I-
there should show you at 4 o'clock on Friday
So
who
you can
was,
also ask for that information, and just
Right.
also thank you for giving me that information, because then I can ask questions if I need to ask
right, and
questions.
Garcia should be able to tell you, you know, if
Okay.
you asked it.
If you put his name down, then
Yeah,
we'll ask
Sergeant-
him for whatever information he has.
Right. Let's see. I'll put my name first. Brought these for that. I can barely see anything. Getting old. Yeah, that's much better. Oh wait, that's just my name. But yeah, I guess I'll write it separate. My contact info.
Do you want a minute to finish that up? I don't know if
Well-
it's gonna be a while, 'cause I can come back for it.
Right. Well, I needed
Cause you said.
how would this person, I guess it's a customer service representative. Is that how, I mean, because I need his name. I'm doing public record request on this gentleman, and I'm not sure, they might have said his name was Steven.
Okay, that's all you need to.
Is
do.
that it? But okay, I just wasn't sure. And the same thing with Garcia. I think I'm just
Yeah,
recollecting,
as much-
but
As much as. you
Right,
can
so I
follow,
guess-
You can put in there for
but
us,
Steven, I just say Steven / customer service representative.
Yeah.
Okay.
or utility billing, which is the accurate,
Right, because I asked his boss what his position was, and he said customer service, and I was like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Customer service
Yeah, I'm like, I'm an
utility
idiot, because it says right on the window, but I also asked Mark what his position was, and he said he's the, he just, quote unquote, the face of the town hall, like, so I guess that would be another way of saying customer service representative. Anyone coming into the town hall, I guess, would access.
yeah.
Yeah, they would access this if they had any questions about you, because they might not be familiar with the phone or, so they might go to him and say, hey, I need to do a public record request. And by the way, what's your name?
McKellar.
Michaela, and you're the
It's
clerk?
deputy clerk, yeah.
You're the, I guess that's the name for, what, you do what Francella used to do.
I would have been her deputy.
So who's
She
the
was
clerk?
town clerk. Town clerk is Denise Martinez.
So Denise Martinez is still, 'cause that's what I was wondering, because Denise was her deputy.
Yes, yes.
And then, when Francella left, and then Denise said she wasn't sure if she was just interim, I guess, at that time, when I spoke to her, she wasn't sure if she would become the clerk
Yeah.
or not, so I wasn't sure. So, okay, so Denise is the clerk. I mean, if you wanted to give me a minute, I could just hand it in with him when I'm done.
Sure.
And that was another thing I was gonna bring to your attention, because that was part of my complaint on him, is he said I wasn't gonna do a public record request with him. And he needs to know that he does take public record requests, like he is 100% the person that I would be doing public, even being that the door's locked, I would be doing all my public record requests through him. And, and you got all of it right here, so, it just seems like that would be it. But he told me he wasn't gonna take a
Sure,
public
and
record
then part of
request.
that may be is that we actually prefer to take the request from you in person.
Right,
And that's hard, because there are times that we are not here because we're at a meeting.
Right.
Or we're out to lunch, something.
Yeah.
But we prefer for that chain of custody to remain between the requester and us.
But if the
at times,
requester-
You do have to leave it here.
Yeah,
And that's
'cause-
when we'll just reiterate, and I'll just let him know now. that
Yeah, I
you can
mean-
Just slip it underneath the window and just.
well, I need to know
it's.
it's received,
But
like,
also, just give me a call and I'll come back out.
okay, but yeah, I mean, I'll do that because I have time, but that's the whole point is, you'd like the chain of custody to be between the requester and the
Yeah, we
custodian,
prefer that, and we
but
also understand
there's
sometimes that
no,
won't happen.
there's no contact point between me and you unless I get on the phone, sit down and wait
Yeah.
for you to come out. And, like, that's not, it's all, obviously it's all about
And
my,
you always know when we're here.
Right, and it's all about my convenience and not your convenience, like that's where, there's usually a misunderstanding between clerks sometimes. Is they're like, no, you got to do it online, or you got to do it the way, because it's convenient for us.
We
And
suggest online because it is actually the easiest for you guys, also for us, but for you guys as well.
well,
But
not for
that's
me.
something that
I understand
not
for some
everybody does.
people, yeah, for some
Not everybody
people,
does it.
yeah, some people like to do it online because they don't have to come down and deal with what I deal with. But I like to show people what happens when you come down and deal with the town in person. Like, I mean, I'm so actually surprised you came out. I've been, they've been dodging me for a while. I call them cockroaches. And it's the same here in the police department. Like they're messing with public records, which is really, and they said actually you had to do with that. Rebecca said the clerk, or maybe I guess it would have been Denise, because she said the clerk, because I asked her if it went through legal, because they gave me an 11-second body cam video.
Anything that's
Right.
police department requests, they're the records custodians for that, so we don't have anything. That's not
Well, she said, she said
I'll let you
yeah,
guys
she
know
implicated the
that,
clerk,
so.
because I asked her if it went through legal, and she said no. And I was like, oh, usually public record requests go through legal before they're released, if redactions, so on and so forth, they always usually go through legal. She said it didn't. She's like, it went through the clerk. And I was like, oh, okay, so it went through the clerk. But yeah, they gave me short records, but they're choosing to do it with body cam footage, Like, I don't know, that's just crazy to me, because I mean, it's very easy to tell if it's been tampered with,
I
like,
don't know anything.
yeah.
about
Well, I
that,
mean,
yeah.
I'm dealing with that, and I wasn't even though, because I was dealing with I needed body cam footage because I got an issue going on with 7-Eleven with Speedway, but I'm dealing with corporate directly, and I'm sending them video footage, and I need that body cam footage to send to the corporate for their investigation, because I was stolen from by the gas stations here, and I gave them the proof, but I wanted the district manager on video trespassing me, so, but they didn't give it to me, which is really weird, but anyway,
So I'm gonna give you a minute to go and do that. Give me a call, or if you feel comfortable just slipping it under that window, that's fine too. I don't mind either way.
right, you know what?
Again, as much,
I'll tell you what, I mean, because I
Information that you
really,
can do.
I really wanted to come down and get the hours, and I really wanted their salaries, because I'm going to be uploading footage, and it's always best to put their full name and how much they make, and all that to go along with it. But here's my contact info. I'll do this one with you orally.
so just remember that we can take a records request orally.
Yeah.
It does not,
Oh, I know,
trigger the compliance to 15 days.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
So-
well aware. No, I'm just as,
Also, and can I just make sure that your
Yeah.
email address is actually, because I did try to send you an email about the video that you wanted to inspect this.
Yeah, I
on this
received that.
camera.
Yeah.
You did receive it,
Yeah.
it bounced back to me, so I don't know if you ever got it.
Oh,
to
really?
reschedule that.
No, I got that, and I showed up that it was on a Wednesday or a Tuesday that you sent me the email in the
Yeah.
morning, and I showed up because I did that record request with Mark.
Yeah.
Told him I wanted to inspect the footage
Yeah.
here on site.
You
That-
scheduled the time on
the
Friday.
link-
It just happens that that morning, we did have an IPRA training.
Right.
So we were afraid that we were gonna miss you coming in before noon to inspect that record, so I tried to send you the email to let you know, but then it bounced back, and I never got a confirmation that you received it, but now we know.
Oh,
that
different. Well, I got
your
the first
address-
one with the links,
Okay,
but I didn't click on them because that's not what I requested. I requested to inspect them in person, and I never got. I'm still waiting on that, on the response from that. Like I came down and I spoke with whoever. Maybe it
And that
was
may have been the
you.
issue is
That
the,
might have been you. I spoke with somebody at the clerk's office about my records.
Yeah,
And they, I said, I got a link this morning, but I request to inspect them. And they were like, oh, well, we're not ready for that yet. And I was like, well, that's weird because that's what I requested. And then I think they said, well, come back Friday morning,
yes,
which,
and then
yeah,
that
clearly.
We realized that we were gonna miss part of that morning, so that's. why we
Oh,
wanted
well, I
to
never
let you
came,
know.
I mean, I wasn't gonna come back it's on my terms when I inspect my public records,
Well,
like,
but it was also
and I
confusing
never,
that you know,
yeah, I never
just
got,
the answer.
yeah, no, it hasn't been, that's what I'm saying, like they said is in
You
the
have a lot of
future.
records requests. You need to start writing them all down, so you know what.
No, I do talk, that's, I mean, like you telling me about
So
the
this is
15
good.
days.
Gmail.com. NewMexicoCitizen.com.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
my New Mexico Citizen 2019 at
Okay.
Gmail, and my name, New Mexico Citizen, my phone number, and I want his name, and like I guess Steven's full name, his salary, and copies of his last 3 check stubs, and how long? Yeah, I'll let you finish that actually. And I guess while we're writing that, I guess the same information for Sergeant Garcia. Is there only one Sergeant Garcia here?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so he's a bigger guy, bald, I think. Okay, yeah, so same information from him and for the 3 guys, which I believe one of them identified himself as a code enforcement officer, like the head maybe, and he had a beard and glasses. And the other 2, one was shorter with a hat on, and the other one was bald, but also short. But I don't, like I said, I was a little overwhelmed at the time, so I figured I'd just come back today. And then I guess also the same information for the water department guy that came out, and I think he said his name was Jared, but he wouldn't give me his. I mean, he refused to identify. Who's the? I mean, it's the head of water department. He came out and to take the complaint, but I didn't think he needed. I thought he said water, but I'm not sure. Could have been fine. It could have been fine. It could have been finance. It could. Now that you say, it could have been younger guy, maybe in his 30s, I guess. I'm not sure. I thought he said Jared, but I could be wrong. Obviously, I am wrong because have one of them. How long do you keep this camera? I remember I requested the camera footage.
Answer for you because that's IT.
I guess that would be the next question: is how long that video footage is retained for?
Okay.
And I guess if I could have, oh shoot, I'll have to come back and do a record request after a separate one.
Okay.
But I think that's it for that record request. It's just basically their personnel information on for him, Garcia, the other 3 guys, and then the water department person. And you already answered a question about the 5 o'clock. So, okay.
Okay, so as soon as I can get this for you, I will try to give you a phone call first and then email you.
Well, the emails go through. I got the email with the links, and all the emails that I usually get through the police department or through the town hall have always gone through. I'm surprised if you sent me one about the being tardy on Friday morning. I definitely didn't receive that. Okay. So maybe there was something. Yeah, maybe there was something wrong and put in my address or something. I'm not sure. So
we'll double check it.
But
so since it is an oral request, there's no real timeline that we stick to. We do it as soon as we possibly can.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, it should be right. I know.
Or the next time you come in, call and check in, and I'll let you know if it's ready or not.
Yeah, I understand that it should be complied with, but the laws won't apply. The accountability, gets stripped away if I do it orally. Yeah. But in the IPRA it says all record requests done orally should be complied with by the law. But I can't. But I can't.
If you're going to do an oral request, you want to talk to Denise or I. That's the best.
Right.
That's the best thing for you.
Oh, I always usually do them in writing. It's just that you were here. Yeah, you were here, and instead of you walking I know how far your office is, so I figured instead of you walking all the way back, me finishing probably when you get to your office, calling you to come back, I was like, we'll just run a different test now. We'll see how you comply with an oral request. So here it is, oral request.
So we'll let you know. Thank you for the information on the website. I'll check in with IT on that.
Right, yeah, and also when you check in, just if you could find out how far back that dates. And, I might want the footage from, I guess, you know what? Since you're right here, it'll be a quick one. Footage from that camera for Friday, February the 13th at 3:55 to 4:15.
Okay,
That way there, in case he's like, oh, we only keep him for a few days, then I'll be like, oh, I should have requested that,
Yeah,
like, but
okay.
yeah, that would have been just from Friday, and they were out here at 4, so I'll just say I will start it at 3:55 and end it at 4:50. I know I was gone within 5 or 10 minutes, but we'll just let it go until 4:15, because I really wanted to see their demeanor, because I saw them laughing in here, but it'll be fun to see it on the video if I could actually catch them all laughing as they kick me out during business hours. That'd be fun. Anyway, I appreciate it.
That actually doesn't have audio.
I know. Well, you'll see. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
The picture tells the tale.
Okay.
But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I was wondering if there was a supervisor available.
Let me check.
Thank you. Hey, Wesley Sylvan. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat at all, guys. But, yeah, I've come down here to get body cam footage, and it turned into a whole shit show. They denied me the right, whoever was with me on my live stream on Friday, I came down to file a complaint against an employee, and that employee proceeded to tell me that they were going to have me arrested for stalking. And then I called up and tried to get somebody else to come out and try to help me with my complaint against them. And they said they were going to have somebody help me with my complaint, and they had 4 guys come out and throw me out of the building at 4 o'clock.
Ryan,
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, do I know you?
Yeah, I think we met a few times back. Steven.
Steven? I don't think I met you, but that's good. But I'm sure you guys all know my name. But what I was checking with is I was here on Friday, and the gentleman over here at the window said he was going to have me arrested for stalking. And it seemed like he was talking to people about it, like he was pretty sure that it was going to happen. I just had to come down and do a record request. I figured, because you guys weren't open on Friday, so I was like, oh.
We're closed on Fridays.
Yeah, so I wasn't able to ask anyone about it.
Right.
But when I came down today, half bit, I thought, hey, I might end up getting arrested today, like who knows, but anyway, so there's no looking for me. I don't got warrants out there for me or anything. That's
looking for you, man.
all right. Well, I just figured since I was right here next to the police department, I better come in and find out instead of getting in my car and driving down the road and getting pulled over and getting towed.
You're all good to go, dude.
But quick question about, I don't know if you don't have a body cam.
I just told Beck, I was like, I know he has a camera. That's good.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, but
I sit in the office most of the day. I'm not on patrol. So.
okay. Well, what's your position?
Lieutenant.
You're a lieutenant. Okay, so you should know. I had I had a body cam footage that I needed from an incident that happened at a Speedway, the Midtown, I guess you guys call it Speedway, across from Walmart. And when I came and did the request for the video, they gave me an 11-second video, and she says that that's all the video there is, and that the boys can record an 11-second video without his finger touching the thing, without any prompts, no 30-second buffer. And I thought that was just really strange.
Yeah, with these new Axon 4s, I noticed it's been a little bit different too. I know what you're talking about, what the buffer. You would hit it, it would record 30 seconds prior.
Right, yeah, it's always recording.
No audio, right?
Yeah, it's always
What happened in
recording.
that position, because the old ones used to flip the top button, hit it, and then record 30 seconds prior. If you have it running the entire time, what we've noticed with these new 4s is they don't last a 12-hour shift to have them in standby mode. They'll die within 8 hours in.
Right.
So a lot of the times officers will have them off before and then try fumbling, turning it on, and then hitting the record button.
Right.
That's the case that I think happened right now.
And what about the prompts?
What do you mean?
There was no prompts in the video. You know how when you turn it on, it does twice. It does haptic and it does a sound, and
A lot of
then
them have different settings as well too. So
Right.
officers that are working graveyard shifts, a lot of them turn those off.
Right.
Because if they're clearing a building or something, they don't want to hear beep, beep, you know.
Well, it's stealth
So-
mode. Yeah, it's on Axon it's called stealth mode
Yeah.
to get rid of those. But
Right.
you usually need an administrative clearance.
Yeah.
Like usually the cop can't change his
They have-
body cam to stealth mode without his sergeant or somebody.
No, it's just a button. Just a button, they press a button.
There's a button on the Axon 4 for stealth mode. But if it's already been enacted on their phone, I think like they have to have it
As
ready.
far as redacting or anything, nobody has those permissions to do that on patrol at all.
Right. Well, I mean, because his finger never touched the camera, and he was at the. I mean, there is a law, right? Isn't there a law that you're supposed to activate your body cam when you're on a service call, like
Yeah.
and
Interacting, yeah.
right, but his starts up while he's right at the register. Like he's standing and talking with the guy at the register.
That's
And his
interesting.
finger-
My only explanation to you is what I'm telling you might have happened is turned it on, went to hit it, and yeah, it probably wasn't a standby button.
But what if there was, like. So is that something you could just go back and forth, like say that happened then, and then 15 minutes later, he's got a 30-second buffer?
Could happen, I don't know.
Well, that's what happened.
Deeper, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened, because I came down just a little while after, and I was in here, and I requested the body cam footage from Du Bois, and it has a 30-second buffer. It has has his fingers going to it, has everything that you would look for in a body
These
cam.
days that sometimes acts strange, I don't know, I mean, I couldn't really tell you.
Right.
I really don't know.
Well, you as a lieutenant, and this is all about transparency, I guess, but, I guess because I've contacted Axon, and what a remedy that I have is to do a community request through, an officer at the agency, usually the chief or a lieutenant or a captain, and I do what they call a community request, and it gives the Axon log that they say is tamper-proof, and it'll show everybody that viewed that video, anyone that edited that video. Yeah. So can I do that request with you for that? I guess it's just a link. They said that what it would be is there would be a link that you would send, so there's nothing. It's not like you get the records and then you have the opportunity.
I have not done that way. The community request that I've done, say there's a burglary, somebody's reporting something, we send them a community request to upload video to our Axon.
Well, that's another
So
part of
I don't know
it.
what you're talking, I've never done that. So
Right.
I'll have to look into it.
I guess it's another part. They said the only way that log could be accessed is through an attorney or an
The community office
officer.
gets requests too.
Yeah, they say an officer of the agency or an attorney can get access to it, I guess through a subpoena or something. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But they said that's usually the only people that
It's
have
usually
access.
for-
It's not public record.
It's usually for court proceedings and whatnot.
Right, or exactly,
Right.
so, but there would be that record of that body cam, and if it was actually 11 seconds, and if he actually was in stealth mode, and if he
Right.
did turn off all of his buffer,
And I
and,
can tell you, I don't know, but I can look deeper into that.
well, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm just finding it interesting. I really need that video, like, I haven't been down here in ages, like, I mean, I'm sure I mean, I was down here for a while back in 2019.
Yeah.
2020 a little, and then I came back last year, and all that footage I could use clips of it, like there's other people involved, like all the footage I got on here before, I was more to my benefit to not upload that,
Right.
that's why I didn't upload any footage from that time,
Okay.
but this time I have freedom to upload all of it. And I'm just like at a loss, like I came down to get the footage, I got this 11-second video, and then I go out and I do a record request with the clerk, and this guy starts recording me. He said he wasn't recording me, but he's holding his phone up like this
Well, I
at
can
me.
tell you right now, people in these day and age, they'll take offense to something. You
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I have no problem with that, but then when I went up to him and I told him that I wanted to do a record request, he said, "You're not doing that," and he closed it down. He locked the doors with me in the building, and it wasn't even 4 o'clock. Shut down. So I was like, whoa. So then I go to file a complaint on him, and I got 4 thugs come out at 4 o'clock and remove me from the building, telling me that I'm not going to be able to file a complaint, even though I just spoke with people. They said someone's coming out to take my complaint. 4 o'clock they came out, but I just spoke with the clerk, and she said, just like the finance guy that came out, he said, "Oh no, we close at 4, but we're all here till 5. If you have an appointment with us, then you can come in after 4, and we'll
Right.
do business." So why they were kicking me out at 4 people, all with badges. definite use of force to be like, you're here to file a complaint. Well, we'll see about that, like, I mean, you know how it goes. So, and it's my job to expose all that. Luckily, I'm here in Taos, like, I mean, shit. I mean, people aren't too bright around here, like, I mean, it's crazy that, that she, if so, that they would mess with body cam footage of all records, because that is 100%
I can assure
traceable.
you that probably didn't happen.
I just don't understand how they can get an 11-second
And
video
I can't tell you either.
without even
The
touching
only-
the, without
the
even
only
touching
explanation I
it.
gave you is the only thing that I could see maybe happening is he turned it on. It wasn't in standby mode, and he hit it, and that's all. That's all that was on there. That's my only explanation.
Right, but then an hour or two later, he has standby mode and he has all his prompts back on,
Like I
and
said,
like, yeah.
technology never operates at 100% most of the time.
I'll look into because the Axon, they claim that they're the best, like they don't like
They've been
any,
pretty good. But
yeah, they don't
there's-
like it,
There's flaws in a lot of stuff, so.
Right.
You
Well,
never know.
I'll see,
Yeah.
because it's easy to find out. The information on how the Axon works is all, they got that all publicized. That's all public.
Everything uploads directly to a cloud too. We don't-
Right. That's what I mean. That part isn't public, the footage that gets uploaded and the log that logs in the footage, that's not public, and it requires an agency or a lawyer to release it.
Right.
And like they were saying is, the attorney doesn't have to be, it could be an attorney general or a district attorney, like it's not like you have to get an attorney and then, like I could take my complaint to the district attorney and do a request with him for the log.
Yeah.
And again, it's all about transparency, like that's all. I mean, I don't expect you guys to give it to me because it's, like I said, that would be very transparent to get me that log. I mean, but the fact that, I mean, so you could access it, and I would implore you to access it.
Yeah, I will.
And if you
I'm
see,
curious as well.
if you see that it says 11 seconds, it was at like, I mean, I can't remember the exact time. I mean, shoot, you could get it all from
Who did you talk to
Rebecca.
from Axon?
Huh? No, it was all online.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, no, there was no, they don't have a direct number you could call. You guys could probably
Like
call
I said,
them.
I'm curious as well.
No, I said I'm in contact. No, I didn't talk. They're not going to talk to me. I'm just a civilian, But what they're saying online is all of the information about how the operation of it is all.
Right.
They'll
Like
tell
I
you
said,
all about
it's
it.
pretty high end when it comes to audit trails.
Right.
Any redaction, it will tell you guys.
Well, I mean, the fact that would prove you guys right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys. I mean, like it's not like, I mean, I don't feel like we're adversaries or anything. I'm just trying
Neither
to.
do I, and I
I'm
can
just
tell you
trying.
right
Yeah, I'm just
now-
trying to expose. There's a lot going on in the government right now. There's like I'm just trying to do my part and expose
Right.
where I'm at.
Yeah, I get it.
And yeah, but if you were to look at it and it says 11 seconds on that Axon thing, you could be like, let's go put this in his face right now. We are 100% above the board. But if you look at it and it's not 11 seconds, then you can be like, oh shit, he's got us, like this is bad. And
Just
messing.
my side where I'm coming from, there would be no reason for anyone to.
I mean, it was just, I wasn't even there, like it was just a simple call to the Speedway. That's why I don't understand why he wouldn't run his body cam the entire time, because it could have, it was a disturbance call at a gas station. If there's any time to be having your body cam running, it's a disturbance call at the Midtown Speedway, like who knows psycho could be in there with a gun or causing, So the fact that it was that call and he didn't have any body cam, which I think there is body cam because it never shows them. And like I said, I'm in contact with Speedway. They got cameras, so it'll show him standing at the counter. If he doesn't touch his camera, I'll be like, darn, I mean, it's just other ways.
What's the date on that?
Shoot, I mean, I can't.
Find it.
Yeah, it's I should know it because I've done requests for the footage,
Yeah,
and then
fine.
I had
I'll be
to.
able to look at it, but I
Yeah.
can tell you probably right now with great faith there was probably no ill intention and none of that.
I
There would be
personally,
no reason for that.
I talked to Mark about it, and I my honest belief is that Du Bois had his camera running with a 30-second buffer, as it was later on when he came out and spoke with me. I believe he had it all. He was compliant with the law. He showed up. He turned his camera on. He went in. He did his business. If he wanted me to trespass, he said sure. He went out, turned his body cam off. You could see that at the end. No prompts, but I noticed on the ones from here there were no prompts at the end. So I'm like, well,
And I think that's
there's
just
nothing to
camera
co-
settings.
yeah, I'm like, there's nothing to compare that to,
Settings,
but
right.
but the ones from here had the prompt, it had the 30-second buffer, it had everything that I look for to see if a cam's been messed with. the 11-second video screams that it's been messed with, you know, like, so I believe that Du Bois did what he was supposed to do and ran his body cam, and it was on the whole time, and that whoever else is in charge of the video, maybe not Rebecca, maybe it was legal. She said that it didn't go through legal, but she said it went through the clerk. Now, I just spoke with the clerk. She's like, police department records don't go through us.
I don't think anybody has access to even do that.
Right. Well, I mean, the video ending up with me could be edited by anybody. You know, like anyone in here could have sent me 11-second video, which is my claim, is that it got sent. Who the culprit is, I have no idea. But I guess the first order of business is to find out if there is more video than that 11-second video. And this is where it gets interesting, because I got all kinds of people. You know, when I put the videos up, I get thousands of views. People come in the comments. A lot of them from Taos. You know, a lot of people know Rebecca and they know you, and they might not like you, or maybe they do. Maybe they used to work in. Yeah, I mean, but it gets really political.
No, I know.
I mean, it happened at the whatchamacallit, the DMV. You know, I went there and that manager got fired.
Right.
I got requested to go back there by employees to get the new manager fired, who is why I was there in the first place. And I told them I was there for Karen, you know, the big girl that works there, because she threatened me the previous week. So I was like, all right. I went down, and the manager was so bad, she took over. She was the show, you know, and she got canned. You know, she got fired because of that interaction. And now the people are like, oh my God, you know, he got her fired like that quick. You know, within weeks she was gone. And now they're calling me to do other things. I'm like, I'm not here to do your bidding. Like, I don't know if you guys are any better, you know, like I might get her fired and then you become the manager and you're even worse than her, you know, like, so I try not to get political, but I do get a lot of information.
Sure.
Some of it is worth looking into. Some of it might not be worth looking into, but you know, it comes my way, and whether I can believe it or not, I know, like, I don't know. I'm just a dude in Taos, you know, with a cell phone, you know, like that's all I am. But I got Google, and I got a brain, and I can research, and I can see what's what, and I know right from wrong. And when I come down and public employees are treating me badly, that's wrong, you know, and usually it can get straightened out pretty quick, you know, like, and I haven't been treated bad by Rebecca or you or the chief or even Du Bois, you know. I haven't had, the only person I've really been treated bad by was this guy at the window. For some reason, he felt like coming out and threatening me while I'm filing a complaint against him, and his supervisor apparently thought that was okay, you know, like, you know, oh yeah, you know, I'm filing a complaint, and the guy comes out and he's like, I'm going to have you arrested for stalking. Like, stalking for filing a complaint on you, you know, like that don't work. But I told him, try it, you know, I'm here. So, but anyway, that's why I came in. I didn't mean to bend your ear too much.
I will look into. I really will. I'll look into it.
Okay, yeah, look into
I'm
it.
hoping I find something where you and both
If you find, I mean, I would love it for you guys if you do find that log and it's got 11 second, you know, it's written right on there that he only recorded 11 seconds, and you'd be like, we got him. You know, it'd be like, yeah, we're gonna show New Mexico citizen. We'll see if he uploads this on his channel. You know,
what you want, man. I mean, I get it.
I'll tell you what though, if there is an 11-second video and I'm wrong throughout all this, it will 100% be uploaded. I will be fine with that. You know, I'll be like, I was wrong. But at that point, unfortunately, Du Bois is on the hook, because that means he didn't have his body cam running on a service call at a business during business hours, you know, like, so.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe he slipped his mind. It's
right.
You know,
I'm hoping.
I can attest to that. I worked the streets for 14, 15 years, and sometimes you get out and you're like, oh shit, you know, beep.
But beep beep, exactly.
Yeah.
Beep beep, you know.
Yeah, but there
was no beep beep, you know. That's where my mind was like, wait a second, no beep beep, no finger on the phone, on the camera, you know, like this isn't. I've seen hundreds of body cam footages. I know how body cams work.
Yeah. That
body cam, I believe, was 100% messed with. And I'm going to stand by that until you guys prove me wrong or whatever, you know. Like, and like I said, though, I don't believe there's any police misconduct. I don't know why they wouldn't release the footage. You know, maybe he said the word fucking it or something. Who knows? And they're like, oh, we don't want, you know. Yeah, but I mean, the people are human. That would be. I would rather that than an entire police department cover up something, you know. Like, so. All right.
I think we'll find common ground necessarily.
All right, man.
Take
Right
care,
on.
Ryan. Have a good
Right
one.
on. It's good seeing you. Oh yeah, they can follow me. camera at the store. But it's super windy out here. I don't know if I'm gonna hang out inside of this place. I guess I can come in here. But yeah, let me check out this. Oh, guess I'm blowing through my data on my phone. Good to see you active again. Yeah, well, Leslie, I got kind of forced back into this. I had an issue with my local gas station here in town overcharging me for products I wasn't purchasing. And when I went and confronted the manager about it, and she trespassed me from the property and called the cops on me. So I came down to the police department to get the body cam footage of the officer that responded to the trespass call, the disturbance call at the gas station. And they gave me an 11-second video with no prompts in it, no 30-second buffer, no finger touch. I know that video isn't in full form, but they're standing by it telling me that is the full video. You heard that, cop, right there. Like, they're standing by it. And I told them a way that they can easily prove that I'm wrong and they're right, and that's by the Axon body cam log. That's it. That's a tamper-proof log that's held by Axon of their cloud, and it has all body cams, what dates they were uploaded, the lengths of the videos, who accessed the video, who edited the video, if anyone tried to delete the video, like all action on the video from an external source is recorded through Axon. So that log, and Axon says in their website that is for accountability. It's for accountability and transparency, that they claim that their body cam log is tamper-proof. So, we'll see. We'll see what they have to say. If they, like I told them about the log. You saw me do a request with him for a link to the log, which is the way I guess you do it. And they don't have to give you a link unless you go to court or something and get a subpoena for it. But like I said to him, it's all about transparency. Like if they do give me the link, which, would prove their innocence if it does show that the video is only 11 seconds long. But like I told him at that point, then the officer didn't turn his body cam on when he was on a service call at a business calling for a disturbance at a gas station. That would be a pretty main time, a key point to put your body cam on. And apparently the police department saying that he didn't have his body cam on that whole time. I believe he did. I believe there is more video, and I'm really curious to why they're not releasing it. So, but anyway, I'm coming down here to file complaints on the guy that works over in this window over here who, what did he do? He refused me service and told me I couldn't file a public record request, and refused me service and proceeded to close up before 4 o'clock and locked all these doors out here with me in the building. I mean, it's 4:01 right now. These people should be coming out to lock all these doors. But anyway, I'm going to let everyone go. I'll be coming back to this place probably the next few days to see about filing records requests for other people in this building, and I got to see what's going to happen with the complaint process that didn't happen with this guy. But I really needed to know if they closed at 4 or 5, because they kicked me out of the building saying that they were closed at 4. Nobody was in the building to take my complaint, even after I spoke with somebody and they told me that they're coming out to take my complaint. I guess their idea of taking my complaint is sending out 4 thugs to kick me out of the building. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But thanks for joining, guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.